You kind of heard was the wind blowing across the microphone here at the stadium. Rick, how about the wind? What do you think? What part do you think that's going to play here today? It looks like it's blowing from that left field corner across to the right field corner.
Right. Judging by the dimensions of the field, like we said, it's 330 down the right field line, 355 to left. I think it's really going to take a good poke for anyone to get one out. I think the wind's going to hold it up, might hold some shots up in the gaps possibly that outfielders can get to them. Anything on the ground in the gaps could roll for a long way. We could see an inside the park home run.
And, of course, the wind at times, it looks like it kind of goes a little clockwise and blows right back into our face. We're looking right into the sun this morning. And then there's a lower flag out there in the power alley in left field. There are times when the higher flag is blowing more or less from the left field corner to the right field corner. That one, like it is right now, is blowing right directly in at us. So that wind, depending upon where the ball is at, how high it is going to have a lot of effect on it.
Right.
We're a few hundred feet, and I won't say how many. We could be anywhere from 300 to 700 feet above this ball field. We are up in the air, have a great view, that's just a beautiful ballpark down here. For you people that are back home, obviously they couldn't make it down today because of work commitments and such things that are planning on coming down tomorrow. Obviously, you won't have a chance to see this ballpark because the winner here this morning will go to Troutman Field on the campus of Ohio State University for the championship game, where traditionally year in and year out they play the state semifinals and finals. But due to the fact that they have lost the junior varsity facility over there since they put that big football and athletic practice complex in there, that has kind of taken that away a little bit, Rick, and they need two diamonds.
Yeah, and this is just a great thrill for these kids to play on a field like this. I mean, it's Major League specs all the way.
There will be 4 games here today, another Class A game after this, Ottawa Hills, and also Newark Catholic. And then they'll have the 2 AAA games later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. 2 AA games are being held at Troutman Field today, beginning at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then all the championship games at Troutman Field tomorrow. So, like we said, we know there's a lot of you folks back home right now up in northwest Ohio that are planning on coming down tomorrow, providing St. Joe Central Catholic Fins. And, well, I'll tell you what, the guys are staying in the same hotel I'm in, and I'll tell you, they went to bed early last night. I mean, these kids want to win.
Yes, they definitely do. They know what it takes, and I think they're willing to pay that price.
All right, Brad Young about ready to step into the batter's box. Left-handed hitting Brad Young. He will lead it off here this afternoon. He will be facing Paul Thomas. He has an 8-1 record. He's a right-handed pitcher, has a 2.47 ERA. We're about ready for the first pitch here this morning. As Thomas bends and looks in there as Young stepped out of there briefly. He's back in now, and we're ready to play ball. Thomas throws. There's a bouncer down to second base. Over to pick it up on a high hop is Wilburn. Throws to first. Out number 1. Rick, there was that big high hop right at the last second.
Right, there you go. That's what you see on artificial turf all the time. You usually get the true hops. They come up to you, no problems for the fielders.
All right, first out in the ball game. As Young bounces out second to first. Wilburn to South. And now into the batter's box, right-handed hitting Jeff Overmeyer. He takes a strike call. That looks like it hit right down the heart of the plate.
A nice curveball there by Thomas.
Had a good look. Jeff, get in there and take a look, see what he has, and see what he's going to come at on the first pitch. Jeff Overmeyer, second hitter of the morning here. He waits for Thomas's pitch, swings and misses for strike 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Just getting started in our Class A state semifinal game. The winner plays for the championship tomorrow morning at Troutman Field. Thomas delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Jeff Overmeyer, that's a rare strikeout for Jeff Overmeyer. He's tough boy to strike out.
Yes, he is. He's a good contact hitter, and you don't see that from him too much.
Well, I will bring to the plate Scott Rady. Scott is the first baseman, and you've heard Coach Rick Barber mention so many times. He likes to see when the guys come up for the second time around, but it's also nice when you can get up there that first time and really come through.
Oh, you bet.
And, of course, these players have to have some jitters right. There's a bouncer into the hole, out into the right field for a base hit. Scott Rady on with a single to right field. He just got it between the hole of Stout and Wilburn, the second baseman. Looked like Wilburn might be able to get over and make a play on it. But, again, I think the artificial surface gave it that speed to get through.
Exactly right, Jerry. I think that was just enough there with the extra speed it picks up on the artificial turf.
All right, cleanup hitter now. Grant Beckley comes to the plate. Beckley batting .402 with 6 home runs. I'll tell you what, I look at that outfield right now, the placement, they're playing a little bit tight in the line. Terry left. If he gets one over that shortstop's head, it could go all the way to the fence.
Jerry, 2 of the first 3 batters have hit the first pitch, so obviously they're going up there swinging.
Beckley looks at this one inside. Ball 1 to Grant Beckley, the cleanup hitter for St. Joe Central Catholic. No score, just getting started here. 2 outs in the top of the first inning of play. Thomas out of the stretch, throws and takes outside for ball 2. St. Joe Central Catholic Boosters Club and its 1,300 plus members support all boys and girls athletics over the 42 years of service. The Boosters have provided $300,000 to keep the school athletic and band programs first class. Congratulations. Here's Thomas's pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Well, I tell you what, Beckley had a good, healthy swing on that one, Coach.
Yes, he did. It looked a little up and away, but he had a nice, healthy cut at it.
2 balls, 1 strike to Grant Beckley. Grant up there hitting in that cleanup spot. He has a man on first, Scott Rady. There's a throw over to first. Scott gets back. Rady just had a single to right field. Thomas gets that toss back and steps up on the mound now.
Judging by their outfield lineman, Jerry, they don't expect him to be able to pull him. Our center fielder is actually playing him as a left-handed batter.
Beckley takes down low for ball 3. 3-0. I'm sorry, 3-1 the count. And, of course, that has Jeff Blanton on deck, a .375 batting hitter. I know he'd like to get up there with a couple of runners on base and deliver with a single here to open things up. Thomas throws. There's a bouncer down the third baseline. Fair ball. And the throw to first base. It's going to be out at first base. Good stretch over there by the first baseman, Chris Stout, on a tough throw from the third baseman, Greg Stortz. He made a great play behind the bag for out number 3. So it's Beckley bounces out by 3. Third baseman to the first baseman Bout. That's the end of the first half of the first inning. In the middle of the first inning, we have no score, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on for St. Joe Central Catholic. And Frankfort Adena coming to the plate in the bottom of the first inning.
How smooth a ride do you get in your car? With Arvin Gabriel shocks from Buckeye Auto Parts, you prevent bouncing, erratical handling, and uneven wear on your tires. When you need new shocks, ask your mechanic to install Arvin Gabriel shocks from the Auto Parts experts, Buckeye Auto Parts in Fostoria, Tiffin, and Fremont. They'll give you the whole story on top-quality Arvin Gabriel shocks and tell you just why they recommend them. Get Arvin Gabriel shocks from Buckeye Auto Parts, the Auto Parts experts.
When you're in the mood for delicious food, stop at the Great Scott Deli. How about some creamy chocolate mousse tonight, or a special seafood salad, or try a submarine sandwich with the works. Great Scott has salads, desserts, party trays, and sliced specialty meats that are sure to satisfy. Great Scott fits into your busy lifestyle with a ready-to-go goodness you can sink your teeth into.
It's a savings day. Shop the Great Scott Goodwill way.
LP Furlong and Associates takes this opportunity to congratulate the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. Building a successful ball team is comparable to building a successful business. All the same qualities are needed by individuals involved, and teamwork is essential. LP Furlong and Associates, 1204 West State Street, supports high school athletics as an asset to Fremont and surrounding community. They realize the importance of both boys and girls high school athletics.
Back here at Cooper Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, as we start the bottom of the first inning of play, Fremont St. Joe Central Catholic sends one of their aces. We're going to say one of their aces because he and Jeff Brady basically this year have had the bulk of the pitching load, although a couple of the guys are undefeated as far as pitching, and that, of course, Tim Meek and Jimmy Moore. But Jeff Blanton with a 7-1 record and a 2.33 ERA. Big right-hander on the mound here. He's about ready to face the number 1 hitter for Frankfort Adena. That is the shortstop Keith Bennett, a .440 batter. He hits from the right side. Blue uniforms today for Adena. There's a pitch, and it's down low for ball 1. Adena dressed in their kind of light blue uniforms with a deep blue numerals. St. Joe this morning in their Gray uniforms, the crimson red striping and numerals. Second pitch inside and a little bit tight for Bennett. He steps out of there, kicks a little dirt around in that circle at the plate. Artificial service here.
There we go.
This time Blanton delivers a strike.
You know, traditionally, Jerry, Jeff is a little slow to get loosened up for the game.
Well, it's chilly out there this morning. He's in the sun, obviously, but that the breeze and the wind, it's chilly down here. We're in the low 50s right now. In the sun, it's nice and warm. Blanton throws. There's a foul back up to the right, up against the screen here for a strike 2 count. 2-2. Bennett looks down to his third base coach. Blanton ready to deliver again. No score, bottom of the first inning. 2-2 the count. Here's Blanton's pitch, inside for ball 3. Now he's going to have to come to the pitch. It was inside. There was no doubt about that. Blanton's going to have to deliver one here, and of course Bennett with the 3-2 count. He gets that pitch. He'll be going for it, but obviously he's going to be selective on it. He'd like to get on base here to start the bottom of the first. He swings and fouls one down the right field side. It's going to be bouncing just up against the fence down there. Rady could not get over to it. It's kind of a little, well, they sometimes used to call those little humpback liners too, just beyond the dugout on the first base side. Frankfort Adena in the dugout to the first base side. St. Joe Central Catholic and their fans down on the third base side. Beautiful, beautiful park here at Cooper Stadium. Again, 355 down the left field line, 330 down the right field line. Here's a pitch on a 3-2 count. There's a drive into left field for a base hit. And Overmeyer down on his knee to pick it up, and you can see the old water just scooting up out of the outfield that time when it hit twice out there.
Yeah, I know Jeff, that was Jeff's concern before the game. The Zamboni was out there to squeegee it up, but he said he felt that balls hit on the ground would slow down a little bit in the outfield.
And, of course, when that ball comes back to the infield, whether it's wet or not, is another story. But a good base hit that time by Heath Bennett. He really got everything on that thing and drilled it in between Young and Kelbley for the single. So both teams have a base hit here in the first inning of play. Scott Rady had a hit for St. Joe Central Catholic, but he was left stranded. Foul strike back against the screen. And I'll tell you what, today these catchers have a lot of territory to cover in a high school diamond, but I'll tell you, they have a good 60 feet or so to cover back here.
Yes, they certainly do. Last time there was a hit and run by Adena as the runner on first was breaking for second.
All right, Blanton out of the stretch. He makes a break. Beckley throws to first, and he got back in there just in time. Evidently, they are not aware of the arm of Beckley, and he will throw behind you. And had he been out there half a step farther, he was a dead duck at first base.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get a feel for the catcher right now. You know, they're going to test him, and I think Grant's up to it.
Here comes Blanton's pitch inside, up high, ball 2, strike 1 to count. Nobody out here. Bottom of the first inning of play, one man on. That is Heath Bennett down at first base. Getting a little lead out there, short of the cut of the grass. There's a drive foul up over and out of play up over the stadium here and clear out of the park. So Chris Stout getting a good bat on it, but not able to straighten it out. Tell you what, the way Bennett touched that last pitch, he got that one solid.
Yeah, he met the ball perfectly. Of course, Jeff was behind him. You know, you got to come in. You don't want to walk anybody.
2-2 the count here. There he goes. There's a throw down to second base, but he's going to be in there. Backing up the play was Rady, and Bennett's going to have to stay at second base with a stolen base. Beckley's throw down to second looked like the wind affected it because it really looked like it had like a golf slice to it.
Right, it tailed away a little bit. I don't think they would have had him anyhow. He had a pretty nice jump.
He certainly did. He was out there towards the cut of the grass. Of course, here at Cooper Stadium, as any artificial surface, you only have the dirt cut around the base areas, and he was right out there at the edge of the dirt, had a foot on the green, and when you can do that, there's ball 4. So Frankfort Adena now 2 men on in the bottom of the first inning. Their first 2 hitters get on. Bennett with a single, and now Fout draws a base on ball.
Yeah, he's pitching from behind right now, Jerry. He's got to start getting that first pitch in there for a strike so he can start taking command rather than letting them dictate to him.
Paul Thomas, the number 3 hitter to the plate. He is the pitcher. 2 men on. Bennett down at second. And at first base, Chris Fout. strike call to Thomas. He needs an out here. Strikeout would help real well right now. Again, Blanton having to work out of that stretch. Looks, throws. There's a bouncer down the first baseline, foul. Brady will come in, pick it up, and we'll have a 2-strike count. The umpire wants to look at the ball, I think. He runs out there. We're not able to get the umpires here for today's game either. We have 4 umpires today. We have umpires obviously behind the plate, and each base will have an umpire today. So the state has it well covered.
Right, they do. You know, important here now, Jeff is 0-2 on this batter, so now he's in control. He can possibly waste a pitcher if he wants to.
Nobody out, 2 men on for Adena, bottom of the first. There's a bouncer down the third base side, and Kelbley comes over, picks it up in foul territory. Thomas getting the bat on the ball, and everybody so far for Adena has been able to make pretty good contact with that ball.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, you get this far, you have good pitching, you also have good hitting.
Well, Blanton could use a good strikeout right here. He throws, and there's a base hit into left field. Overmeyer comes in, picks it up, and he's going to come to the plate with it. They're going to cut him off, and back to third goes Bennett. Overmeyer quickly in to make the pickup. Got it quickly into Kelbley, but that loads the bases now. Bennett moves down to third. Fout goes to second. And on at first with a base hit is Paul Thomas. He had an 0-2 count on him.
Yes, he did.
And had the base hit right between Young and Kelbley.
I think right there you see where the artificial field kept them from scoring a run there. I see Jimmy Moore running down to the bullpen down the left field line now. He's going to start warming up.
Jim Moore and Mike Foos headed for the bullpen area. And Mike Gobble won't waste any time here today to get somebody in there. They have to win today if they want to go any further. Greg Stortz, the third baseman, the cleanup hitter, 440 hitter in there, pitched down low to him. He's a right-handed hitter. So far, everybody's hitting on the right side for Frankfort Adena. This guy is a stocky guy. Looks like he's about anywhere from 5'9" to 5'11". It's hard to judge from up here. Pitch to him is up high for ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, he's really struggling right now. You can tell that his curveball isn't breaking, and he's releasing his fastball a little high.
2 balls, no strikes to count to Greg Stortz. Blanton ready to throw, bases loaded. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. This is a good test of your pitcher, your ball club, and right now with bases loaded, fortunately it's early on in the ball game, but boy, if you can wiggle yourself out of something like this. Kelbley's back at third. Pitches down low for ball 3.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to come to the plate, Jerry, on a ground ball other than at short and second. They're deep. They'll probably try and turn a double play.
3 balls, 1 strike to Greg Stortz, and now he's in command. He knows Blanton has to come with that pitch. We've had 2 singles already here to left field for Adena. There's a drive into left field for a base hit. It's going to be in the alley, and that could go a long way. Miko there to cut it off. We have Bennett scoring, coming around third. That's going to clean the bases. 3 runs scored here in the bottom of the first inning. As Paul Thomas comes all the way around, a base hit into the alley and left center field for Greg Stortz. That unloaded the bases in a hurry.
Yeah, once again, Jerry, I tell you, 3-1, that's a hitter's pitch, and he was just laying on a fastball, just got it up, and he stroked it out to left center for a double.
3 hits here in the first inning of play for Frankfort Adena, and they lead it 3-0. The only one that got on without a hit was a base on balls to Chris Fout, the number 2 hitter. Mike Gobble out on the mound right now, conferring with Jeff Blanton. Say Spangler Motor Sales in Oak Harbor salutes the young athletes of the area. See Dick Ross or Jim Spangler in sales, Rick Spangler or Greg Harrison for service. And, of course, they don't want to be the biggest, just the best. Spangler Motor Sales. Well, it's early on in the ball game. Obviously, down 3-0. You don't like to be down that much any time of the ball game, but when you are, it's best that you're down that early in the game. But you got to get up and get your 6 going too. But St. Joe Central Catholic, with the exception of Scott Rady, really didn't have much success. Here's a bunt down the first base side, picked up by Blanton. Looks to third. The runner goes in there safely to throw to first. Out at first base will be Aaron Fout, but he moves Greg Stortz down to third base on that sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, good move by them. They get the runner over to third with one out, and now he's scoring a fly ball or possibly a ground ball.
First out in the inning, and of course that eliminates, there's no chance for any double play here because nobody on first and second. And we'll have Vic Clary, the left fielder, coming to the plate right now. His first time up today. 3-0 our score, bottom of the first inning of play. Frankfort Adena took the lead on a two-base hit by Greg Stortz, a .440 hitter. He and Heath Bennett, the shortstop, the leading hitters on the team, and they both had hits in this first inning of play. Blanton's pitch down near the dirt, all the way back to the screen, and coming on to score will be Greg Stortz. Beckley with a long way to get to the screen, no chance to prevent the run. Stortz scores on the wild pitch.
That was down in the dirt, a definite wild pitch. He's really out of sync right now. You know, he's struggling. He's down 4 runs, and he's pushing it. I see Jimmy Moore is ready, so there might be a change coming up soon. I think what you have to think about here, Jerry, is obviously they're hitting the fastball. Jimmy Moore, a curveball pitcher. Coach Gobble's got to decide, when to make the move.
That's true, and the thing of it is, the confidence type thing here too, Coach. You find yourself down 4-0. You're playing in a massive ballpark. There's a strike call to Vic Clary. It's going to be a tough road for St. Joe now. Down 4. Obviously, we know they can do it, but they has more pressure to him. Here's a bouncer back to Young at shortstop, and he throws the first for out number 2. Vic Clary bounces out to Brad Young. 6-3 on the out for out number 2. And it brings Mike Schultz, the catcher, to the plate for Frankfort Adena.
I think, like you said, Jerry, fortunately it is early in the game. You've got 6 more innings to come back, so if you're going to fall behind, do it early, so you've got more chances to catch up.
And, of course, we don't want to kind of put any gloom there, but with the exception of Scott Radiator in our first inning, he touched a good hit to right field, but we had a strike on that inning, too. Here's a bouncer right off the leg of Blanton, and it goes into the right field for a base hit. That went hard off Blanton's leg, and he's really out, but he reached down and grabbed his leg right away. It looked like a left shin, left ankle in that area.
Yeah, that was a good shot right up the middle, right over the mound. Caromed out into right field for a base hit.
Mike Schultz gets the 4th hit of the ball game for Frankfort Adena, and he's on at first base. That brings up the number 8 hitter, the designated hitter, Scott Coons. Again, not able to get any kind of statistics from this ball club. The coach did not have any of that available. Pitch inside into the dirt again. Beckley did a good job reaching out there, taking that one out of the dirt. If that went to the screen, would have had Clary down at second base.
Right in scoring position.
Scott Coons, the hitter, right-hander. Strike call to the outside corner. Looks like, unless this number 9 hitter is a left-hander, looks like it's going to be an entirely right-handed hitting ball club.
Yeah, I think the thing we have to worry about now is
there's a foul down to the right field side, up into the seats, bounces around a little bit. Some of the fans up there for a souvenir.
I think the thing the Streaks have to worry about now is, this kind of takes them out of their game. St. Joe's is a running team, but when you fall behind, you have to be a little more tentative. You've got to pick your chances to run a little more discreetly.
Blanton works from that stretch position. 2 outs. There's a foul right back up here to the screen. Get ready. Well, it didn't come up far enough, or we could have a souvenir. Coming right up to our broadcast booth. The windows are wide open. I didn't bring my ball glove, Rick. How about you?
No, I forgot mine. It's pretty high for me. I don't want to lean out there.
We'll find out what kind of hands you have here this morning. There's a foul up to the right side again into the seats, and going to be another souvenir. Same 2 youngsters over there to run that down. I see some adults over there. They say they got up and they thought, no, I'm not going to chase it. Let the young guys do it. Right. Young kids probably get to them before they would. Now they're fighting so that one doesn't get to the ball. Ball 2, the count now, 2-2. To Scott Coons, took a pitch down low from Jeff Blanton. Jeff takes a big, deep breath out there. A 2-2 count, 2 outs. 4-0. Adena. There's a little slap to right field for a base hit. He just reached out there, stopped his swing, headed for third is Cleary, and Young cuts it off. He goes like the first, got him. Brad Young cut it off, and Coons rounded first, and they fired behind him, and he was out at first base.
Nice play there by Brad Young. You know, he faked to third, and the runner from first took one step, and he turned and nailed it.
That will be the third out of the inning, fortunately, and finally. But Frankfort Adena does their damage here in the first inning of play. They had 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 man left off. At the bottom of the first inning of play, it's Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic nothing.
You can stay comfortable and cool this summer in both Seneca and Sandusky counties. See Fremont TV and Electronics or FTE in Tiffin for a room-size air conditioner. Beat the heat this summer in any or every room of your home or office. Choose a room-size air conditioner from 4,700 BTU to 10,500 BTU. Stay cool and comfortable in Sandusky County. See Fremont TV and Electronics West State in Alger. In Seneca County, see FTE in Tiffin, where it's all happening.
Spangler Motors in Oak Harbor is the home of the 1988 Chrysler LeBaron Coupe. This impressive road machine is aerodynamically sculpted, powerfully equipped, and displays a passion for driving that'll satisfy your most stringent automotive demands. The LeBaron offers the refined performance of a 2.5-liter electronically fuel-injected balance shaft engine or optional 22-turbo front-wheel drive and positive response suspension. See Dick Ross or Jim Spangler at Spangler Motors in Oak Harbor. They don't want to be the biggest, just the best.
If you can give me one good reason why Armstrong Designer Solarian is better than other floors, I'll buy it.
All right. Inlaid color. Armstrong Designer Solarian is the only no-wax floor with the richness of inlaid color. Other floors have their colors and patterns printed on, but Designer Solarian's patterns and colors are built in layer after layer, so your floor has a rich, crafted look that no printed floor can begin to match.
I'll buy that.
And you can buy your Armstrong Designer Solarian floor now at Spiel Dinner's floor covering 401 West State, Fremont.
This is the sports voice of Sandusky County, WFRO and WFRO-FM, Fremont.
Well, back here at Cooper Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, top of the second inning, Fremont St. Joe has their work cut out for them now. They're down 4-0, and a strike call. Leading off is Jeff Blanton, the number 5 hitter for St. Joe Central Catholic. He didn't like that call. He thought it was outside.
It appeared a little wide. We've got a good vantage point from here, Jerry. And
We sure do.
It was outside a little bit.
He takes next pitch for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. That was only the second pitch, I thought. Should be 1 and 2. I thought, but
they've got 2 and 2.
I know they do. It should be, that's only the third pitch to Blanton. Well, we'll take it 2 and 2 unless they make it different. Ducking down and taking a pitch inside is Blanton. Boy, I'll tell you, the Streaks need some base runners now, a lot of them. They need to make some things happen. 4-0. Frankfort Adena came up with 4 runs and 5 hits in that bottom of the first inning of play. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That pitch was outside, too, and Blanton knew it.
But that one fooled him. I think that was a curveball, and he might have been thinking the fastball was coming.
Due to the fact that the count was 3-2, possibly, yes. Out number 1. That's the second strikeout of the ball game for Paul Thomas. Left-handed hitting Tim Meek at the plate now. He takes a strike on the outside corner. But right now, Thomas looks like he's on, and Blanton was not.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. And if he gets a good, strong pitching performance from Thomas like this the rest of the way, it'll be tough. Strike 2, the call to Tim Meek.
He's mixing his pitches real well. He started with a fastball to the outside, and that looked more like a curve to the inside of the plate.
He's not a real stocky kid, but he looks like he has some entire muscle line. There's a bunt by Meek, and it's going to be a fair ball.
No, I think they'll hit him out of the batter's box, Jerry.
Okay, that's what they said. Bounced up and hit him, and that's the bad part about the artificial service. He put on a nice bunt, bounced up, the umpire said. I could not see it because he took off down the baseline. The umpire said it bounced up and hit him. It rolled into fair territory.
Yeah, that was a nice bunt with 2 strikes on him, but unfortunately it hit him coming out of the box.
Okay, well, that's the second out of the inning. That brings up Mike Kelbley now. And he takes a strike call. Mike Kelbley, the third baseman.
Makes a big difference, too, Jerry. You know, when you get a 4-run lead early, it's a lot easier on your pitcher.
Oh, boy. You can pitch with confidence. Kelbley hits one high. And a shortstop Bennett back to make the catch. They have a collision out there with his left fielder, Vic Cleary, but he hangs on to it. And that's going to be out number 3. That ball was hit very, very high. The wind got it a little bit, but Bennett did a good job staying with it. And that's the third out, the end of the top of the second. So in the middle of the second inning, our score, Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic nothing. You're listening to State High School Tournament Baseball on WFRO.
The St. Joe Central Catholic Booster Club is 1,300 plus members volunteering their time to raise money for athletic and band programs. Booster members also volunteer their time for ticket and program sales, ushers, and parking lot attendants. Over the 42 years of service, the Boosters have provided $300,000 to support first-class high school programs. This is your personal invitation to attend Booster meetings the first and third Monday of each month in the club rooms, corner of Wood and Clover. Add your support to the young men and women of St. Joe Central Catholic.
Heinz USA is proud to support high school coaches and high school athletes around the area. Their dedication and ambition to succeed can only be an asset to the community. The same type of dedication and ambition has made the Heinz Company the world's largest catch-up facility. It all started 50 years ago in 1937, and the H.J. Heinz Company has expanded and grown to become Heinz USA. In supporting the young people of today, we encourage the leaders of tomorrow. Heinz USA is proud to be a part of this community.
Whitey's Automotive salutes the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. These are your glory days. Win or lose, it's the way you play the game. In the automotive business, you can count on Whitey's team effort to completely service your car, truck, or semi. Interstate Towing Authority for 5 states. Call 332-6471. Whitey's Automotive, 215 North Ohio Avenue, Fremont.
All right, back here at Cooper Stadium, we have a little controversy going on right now. The umpire is saying that the pitch hit the batter, Blanton and Beckley, and also Mike Gobble saying the ball hit the bat, and it appeared up here, we thought it hit the bat, but umpire down there, he said no, it hit him on the shoulder, and of course, the batter did a good job of faking it if he did not get hit right away.
Exactly right. I thought it hit the bat, but I give the batter credit. He did the right thing.
Brad Wilburn, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Frankfort Adena, gets a free trip down to first base here with a hit batsman.
That's that number 9 batter on, Jerry. You don't like to see that. We're back to the top of the order now.
There's a foul fly off to the right side and out of play, out of the park, as a matter of fact here. 4-0 our score, bottom of the second inning of play. Frankfort Adena in there right now. They're back up to the top of the order. Heath Bennett, who had a single to left field, his first trip up today, is in there. He takes a pitch low. There's a throw to first base, and Beckley had trouble getting out of the glove, or he would have been out at first base. He really dug that one out of the dirt well.
Yes, he did. He made a nice pickup, and if I think it would have been a clean pitch, I think he could have had the runner.
Down at first base is Brad Wilburn, the second baseman on at first. He was hit by the pitch. Nobody out. Bennett swings, fouled one back against the screen. Took a bounce behind Graham Beckley. Jeff Blanton, the umpire, fired a ball back out at him. Blanton wasn't really expecting the ball right away, and I think it hit him in a bare hand or something. He gave him a dirty look.
Yes, he did.
I don't blame him. Blanton ready to throw out a stretch. He throws up high for ball 2. 2-2 the count now to Heath Bennett. A little double play right here wouldn't be bad at all.
No, Jerry, Jeff had to throw 29 pitches in the first inning. That's an awful lot of pitches.
Jimmy Moore is back down in the dugout, warming up. It's 4-0. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good strikeout that time by Jeff Blanton. That's his first strikeout of the ball game.
Thomas for Adena has only had to throw 10 pitches in both the first and second inning. That's about, you'd like to see it in that 10 to 12 to 15 pitch area.
So he's throwing 2/3 less pitches than Blanton already here in just less than 2 innings of play. Chris Pout, the hitter, bounces one right back over the pitcher's head, picked up by Rady, the second baseman, and safe at second. They didn't get him. Rady had a little trouble getting the ball. At first he wanted to step on the bag. He wasn't there. He didn't flip the ball to Young until too late. And safe at second base was Brad Wilburn.
Yeah, they got confused there. Jerry didn't know how to handle it, and consequently they let the runner slide in safe.
Rady came over to take it about 6-7 feet short of the bag. He took that high hop on him. Looked like he wanted to flip it to Young, who was on the bag, and then Rady kind of ran into him a little bit, and the runner slid in underneath him. So save at second is Wilburn. Fielder's choice down at first base is Chris Spout. 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. There's a drive to center field. Tim Meek coming in to the left. Nope. Reevy's going to take it as that wind got all over it. And here's a break to third base. The throw, and he's going to be safe at third base. Brad Wilburn tagged up, came to third. Good throw by Chris Reevy, but a little off line up towards home plate. Kelbley had to get up there to get it. I think had it been right on base, he could have been possibly out on that one.
Yeah, I think the wind, once again, it's blowing in from left field right now, and that did cause the ball to come in towards the plate. You know, also, Jerry, I noticed they have Martinaire up on the board on that play at second, so I would assume they gave it to Jeff Rady.
Yeah, I would have to feel that that's what happened on that. All right, Wilburn is down at third base, though. And down at second base is Chris Spout. He went down there on the throw to third. 2 men out. Strike one call. Now to Greg Stout. He had a double. Here's a bouncer down to Scott Rady at first. He picks it up and steps on the bag for out number 3. So the Streaks put him down here in the bottom of the first inning of play, or bottom of the second, I'm sorry. But, and no damage. 2 men left on, though. We had no runs, no hits, and 2 men left on for Frankfort Adena. They lead it 4-0 as we move to the top of the third inning. You're listening to Class A State Semifinal Baseball on WFRO.
Krogan Colonial, the bank that belongs to Fremont, salutes the high school athletes that belong to Fremont. Time, effort, and perseverance go into the making of any great team, an athletic team or a banking team. Krogan Colonial's banking team concentrates on serving the financial needs of local people, and your money stays right here in the area, helping to build a better community. Your friends at Krogan Colonial congratulate the 1988 St. Joe Central Catholic Boys Baseball Team. The 818 Club in Fremont is pleased to support young Fremont athletes on their great spring sports season. Talk over the game, the entire season, and have your favorite beverage, sandwich, or a delicious meal. 818 is the gathering spot for Fremont area sports lovers. The great food and relaxing atmosphere combine to create the perfect environment for armchair coaches and umpires. Enjoy good conversation with the company of good friends, along with your favorite foods from the 818 Club, Krogan Street, Fremont.
Bill Cosby for the Kodak Color Watch System.
Okay, you just got back from vacation. You know the first thing to do? You look for the Kodak Color Watch seal, and you drop off your vacation film for great developing. Have you done it? Good. Now you can unpack the Kodak Color Watch System. You're going to thank me for it.
Get off to a great start by stopping at Dumminger Photo for some Kodacolor Gold film. Then bring your film back to Dumminger Photo for quality Kodak Color Watch processing. You'll get personal attention with every order. That's Dumminger Photo, 901 East State Street. You get the picture?
Well, back here at Cooper Stadium, at the plate is Jeff Rady. He takes a ball. He checked his finger. Ball 2, strike 2, the count to Jeff Rady. Top of the third inning. Nobody on, nobody out. There's a pitch into the dirt for ball 3. 4-0 our score. Frankfort Adena leads it. They scored 4 runs and 5 hits in the first inning of play. And Paul Thomas, their ace pitcher on the mound. He's 8-1 on the season. There's a bouncer back to short. Bennett coming in, picks it up on a bounce, throws low, and going to be safe at first base. Low throw, and trying to dig it out was Chris Spout. He kind of bombed it a little bit, fell down, and I think the ball was out. In fact, he was juggling down there. Rady is safe at first base.
Yep, that one hit in the dirt part of the infield there on the sliding path, and I don't think it came up like he expected it to.
Well, we don't care how they get down there.
That's right.
As long as they get down there, we have to get a lot of runners on. Chris Reevy, the hitter, it was 3 for 3 in the regional championship game last Saturday afternoon. He hits one to short. Bennett takes the easy hop, throws to second for 1 out, right. And the relay from second goes into the dugout. So that will send Chris Reevy down to second base on the overthrow. Jeff Brady is out 6-4 for the first out here in the top of the third. Reeve down to second, and here we come top of the order. This is where Coach Rick Barber says is the key. They got to get to him on the second time, third time around.
And that's what I like to see, Jerry. You know, feel them out that first time and then start teeing off on them. Measure them and hit them.
Pitch to Brad Young is outside.
They've also given another error to Bennett, the shortstop, on that throw that went in the dugout, allowed Reeve to go to second.
And that was on the
fielder's choice.
I would have thought that would have went to the second baseman. He's one to make
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
Fielder's choice, and then the error on the second baseman. Brad Young has a 2-ball, no-strike count on him. Left-handed hitter. Leadoff hitter. He hits one back towards second. Bennett over to knock it down. He's not going to make a play on it. And saves it first with a base hit is Brad Young. Reeve moves down to third base. First time here this morning that Fremont's had anything going for him now. But the first base hit of the ball game for the Streaks. Jeff Overmeyer coming to the plate. That wind really blowing now from the left field corner across to the right field corner. Again, 355 down the left field line, 330 down the right field line, 385 on the left center field power alley, 365 on the right field side, and 400 in dead center field. Paul Thomas will be facing Jeff Brady. We have one out here in the top of the third inning. St. Joe Central Catholic trails 4-0, and you can probably hear that wind really whipping up right now. So
I'm sorry, Jerry. That was a nice play by the shortstop there to knock that one down and save a run.
He's evidently had the wind knocked out of him. He's been out there bent over a little bit. The umpire is out, second base umpire, talked to him a little bit. Now the head coach is going to go out and kind of talk to him a little bit, evidently see how he is. But I'm surprised they're letting him go out there and have that much consultation right now.
Well, I think for an injury, they'll let him go out and just check him over at least.
He went diving behind a second base bag to make the play on the hit by Young. He knocked it down, but there was no way that he was going to be able to throw him out, even if he had been able to get to his knees. The ball kind of bounced out of his glove when he hit that artificial surface. Reeve at third base, Brad Young at first. You can bet that Young's going to try to make him throw to second or something here, try to force something. Jeff Overmeyer at the plate. He struck out in his first trip to the plate. He hits one to center field. It's going to be in there for a hit. Reeve will come on. Young around second, headed for third. And Fremont gets their first run of the morning and their second hit of the morning. Jeff Overmeyer with a base hit into center field. I was watching that center fielder see if he was decoying there or something, whether like he's going to get the ball, but he was just playing that thing safe. He didn't want to bounce over his head.
I think very concerned. You know, that was a Texas leaguer, and it's going to bounce high. I think he just conceded the hit right away and was going to catch it on the bounce. Jerry, that's the third hit Scott Rady had.
I'm sorry, yeah, right.
In the first inning.
In the first inning, Rady had the only hit until these two here in the third inning of play. All right, that brings up Scott Rady now. Be nice to see him deliver another base hit here. He had one to right field the first time. He hits it to second base this time. Double play ball possibly. There's one at second. Bad throw. Safe at first is Scott Rady, and Brad Young comes on to score the second run of the game for St. Joe Central Catholic. He comes on from third. However, Jeff Overmeyer is eliminated. 4-6 down at second base. That is the second out of the inning. And Grant Beckley comes to the plate. Beckley in the first inning, he hit a shot back to third baseman, who made a nice play and threw him out at first base. So we have on at first base, Scott Rady. 4-2 our score. There's a hit right up the middle. He almost took Thomas's head off that time. Rady down into second base. He'll hold up there. Grant Beckley with a single to center field, right up over the middle. And boy, did he ever line that one, Coach.
Yeah, that's showing, you know, when you hit them up the middle, they always say you're meeting it just perfectly. You're right on the ball and making perfect contact.
Boy, Thomas got down just in time.
Once again, Jerry, you know, second time through, I really feel it does, especially teams that you don't know at all. You know, you're feeling that pitcher out, and it seems like they're timing a little better, and it's got to help their confidence now.
Boy, Jeff Bland could help his confidence right here. If he could get himself a single, he would love to get one here. I like to see him get one in the alley out there someplace. Clear the bases. Grant Beckley at first. He can run, so anything. And that's what Greg Storch did in the first inning of play when he cleared the bases on Adena had him loaded. He hit one in the left center field and went all the way before it was cut off by Meek out there. But he hit it far enough towards the fence that he unloaded the bases. And right now, Jeff Bland, be great to see him get one in between her down that left field line. He has a lot of room in the left field line also. Blanton swings, bounces one towards short, picked up by the third baseman. Long throw across diamond, and he throws him out. So Blanton bounces out. Greg Storch to the first baseman. So that's a 5-3 out, third out of the inning. But St. Joe Central County comes up with 2 runs in that inning on 3 hits, I'm sorry. And we have 2 men left on base. So in the middle of the third inning, our score, Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. You're listening to high school Class A state semifinal baseball on WFRO.
Park Ohio Electric in Fremont has manufactured electrical products since 1973 and has been actively supporting St. Joseph Central Catholic High School athletes for 15 years. Building a successful ball team requires the effort of each individual. Building a good community requires the work and cooperation of business, industry, and individuals. Park Ohio Electric is working to build a good community by supporting the students of today, our leaders of tomorrow. Park Ohio Electric, 231 North Stone Street, Fremont.
Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service has the qualified specialist and the facilities to serve Northwest Ohio. Call on Denny Kirsten to handle all types of employee benefits, group and individual health plans, life, pensions, and disability. Let him help with financial planning. He'll evaluate your present needs and future goals. Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service will provide good, sound planning to set patterns for financial growth. Call Denny Kirsten at 332-2633 or at the Daniel James Perrysburg office.
Need a part for your car or truck? You can get the part for your vehicle more quickly from Buckeye Auto Parts, the auto parts experts. Area mechanics and dealers have been relying on Buckeye Auto Parts since 1941 for top-quality name-brand auto parts. See Buckeye Auto Parts, the auto parts experts in Fremont, Fostoria, and Tiffin. They must be doing something right. Customers keep coming back year after year, again and again. Buckeye Auto Parts, the auto parts experts. Salute all the young athletes in the Fremont area.
It's 4-2, Frankfort Adena leading St. Joe Central Catholic as we move into the bottom of the third inning of play at Cooper Stadium here in Columbus, Ohio, the Class A state semifinals. The winner here today will go to the state championship tomorrow, and St. Joe right now trying to fight their way back. Here's a hit on the right field line. It's going to be foul. Unfortunately, it is foul because Reeve not quite able to get to the ball again. That wind carried it away from him. Any other time, maybe a kind of a routine catch on a line drive, Coach. But, well, I'll tell you, with this strong wind from the left field corner to the right field corner, that's making it tough in the outfield.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm sure that would have been an easy fly ball, but with that wind and the ball coming off a right-handed batter to right field, tailing away anyhow, it just went out of play.
Aaron Fout, the right fielder, is the batter right now, right-handed hitter. Lanton throws. There's a bouncer back to Young. One hopper. He picks it up, throws low, picked out of the dirt by, Reddy can't hang on. He picked it out backhanded out of the dirt, but he bobbled it, tried to get it back, and safe at first base is going to be Aaron Fout. Have to call that an E. Well,
I don't know, Drew. You know, that's a tough one to call. The throw was in the dirt. It came up. He caught it once and then lost the handle. It's an error, but I really don't know how they'll rule that officially.
All right, we'll have to wait and see what they call on it. I think they said E3, possibly, with Rady dropping the ball. I haven't seen it yet. There's a fake bunt. Beckley throws to first, and had he had to throw on the second base side of the bag, he could have gotten fouled at first base again. But again, I think the wind had some effect on that.
Yes, it did. It looks, too, they're playing to get the runner in a scoring position here. Obviously, they feel Thomas is going to stay strong for the whole game. They want to just play for one more run here.
The batter is Vic Cleary, the center, or the left fielder, rather. Fouled down at first. Cleary takes outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. He's squared around. He's looking down to the first base side right now to get his sign, evidently, from his first base coach. That's unusual.
No.
Blanton working from the stretch. 4-2 our score. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Vic Cleary.
Well, you know what it could have been, Jerry? I think he was looking down at his runner on first base to see if he had caught the signal.
That's quite possible. Vic Cleary, his first time up today, bounced out Brad Young to Scott Rady. About started to lead off a little bit. He backs out a little bit. Scott Rady, that big, long, lean frame leaning out. There's ball 2 inside for Vic Cleary. Now he looks down at the third base side. 4-2 our score, bottom of the third inning. St. Joe trailing by a couple of runs. They were down 4-0 in the first inning. They came back with a couple of runs on the top of the third. Blanton throws. There's a fly ball to right field, and it's going to be out of play, but nobody's going to be able to get to it. That wind really blew that way. That ball was up behind second base, and Jeff Rady and Chris Reeve really making chase after it, but it blew it right into the seats beyond the first base dugout.
Exactly right. I think Jeff Rady really thought he was going to catch that ball when it went up, and no chance.
Anything that's hit out here today, it just rises from the left side of the diamond to the right field side. And again, we're playing an unofficial service here this morning. Class A state semifinal. The winner goes to the championship game tomorrow morning. St. Joe 22-2, Adena 15-6. There's a bouncer down to second base. Rady picks it, throws to Young for one, back to first, double play. Yeah, that'll take care of things in a hurry.
Yep, that's the way you like to see him turn it. You know, on the artificial turf, 2 hops, good throw to Brad at short, and the relay to first gives him plenty of time.
All right, that gives us 2 outs now here in the bottom of the third inning. Stay in the game of automotive service. Whitey's Automotive is your best defense. Call 332-6471 for 24-hour turnpike authorized towing service. Whitey's congratulates the high school athletes in Fremont, both boys and girls. We have some boys and girls down here at the state track and field meets this weekend, too. St. Joe Central Catholic sent their first ever boys 3,200-meter relay team down here. The girls team also are down participating. The girls won the regional championship. The boys are runner-up. We have a ball 1 count now to Mike Schultz, the catcher, who's the batter now. 2 outs. He takes strike, hit the inside corner from Jeff Blanton, 1-1. Heinz USA supports the young Fremont athletes and sends congratulations on a great 1988 baseball season. Heinz USA salutes the leaders of tomorrow. There's a fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught by Chris Reeve. That ball was hit toward center field. Reeve started for it. He saw it was going to come right back at him. He stopped and had just a great big rainbow.
Yeah, right again. Once again, as it took off, he thought it might be trouble, but no problem.
All right, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on for Frankfort Adena. And at the bottom of the third inning, Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. You're listening to Class A State Semifinal of Baseball on WFRO.
Save on a big 2-liter regular Diet Pepsi. Pepsi free and slice, 88 cents. Have you cooked a whole turkey on a grill? Try one. Cuddy Farms frozen grade A turkey, now only 49 cents a pound. Limit 1. Clip the coupon and save on Dinner Rail regular jumbo wieners, just $1.29 a pound. Limit 1. It's time to try large California sweet and juicy peaches from the Great Scott Garden, 79 cents a pound.
Every day is a savings day. Shop the Great Scott Friendly Way.
LP Furlong and Associates takes this opportunity to congratulate the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. Building a successful ball team is comparable to building a successful business. All the same qualities are needed by individuals involved, and teamwork is essential. LP Furlong and Associates, 1204 West State Street, supports high school athletics as an asset to Fremont and surrounding community. They realize the importance of both boys and girls high school athletics.
You can stay comfortable and cool this summer in both Seneca and Sandusky counties. See Fremont TV and Electronics or FTE and Tiffin for a room-size air conditioner. Beat the heat this summer in any or every room of your home or office. Choose a room-size air conditioner from 4,700 BTU to 10,500 BTU. Stay cool and comfortable in Sandusky County. See Fremont TV and Electronics West State in Alger. In Seneca County, see FTE in Tiffin, where it's all happening.
Well, we started off here at the top of the fourth inning of play. Tim Meek in his second appearance of the morning. Tim Meek was called out in the first inning. He laid down a bunt. This time a good one down the first base side. It's going to be picked up by Thomas. He's going to be saved at first base on the slide. Tim Meek with a beautiful drag bunt, left-hander out of that left-handed side of the box. Great drag bunt, and he beats it out at first base. And well, they're going to give him a hit on there. It's going to be a hit. Yeah. And I was going to give him a hit on it. A beautiful bunt.
Yeah, a perfect bunt. You know, where he placed it, the first baseman had to hold the bag. The pitcher had to field it, and his throw hits him right in the back. It has to go as a hit.
4-2 our score. Frankfort Adena has the lead. They scored 4 runs and 5 hits in the first inning. St. Joe Central Catholic, meanwhile, has come back with 2 runs in the top of the third on 3 hits in that inning. They have 4 hits altogether. They've left 2 men on in the last inning. At the plate now is Mike Kelbley, right-hand hitter. He squares around a bunt, puts it down the third base side. It's going to be foul ball. Unfortunately, that thing took one high bounce. Had that ball not taken a bounce and had it stayed low, it could have possibly stayed fair, and I don't think that it had him then.
No, I don't think so, because it bounced so high. You know, one thing, it is a little tougher bunting on the artificial turf. It's hard to get the ball to die. It does like to roll to the fielders.
1 strike to count now to Mike Kelbley, trying to get Tim Meek down in scoring position. Mike Gobble down at third base, giving those signs. Danny Huffman down at first. Mike Gobble, the head coach for St. Joe Central Catholic. They trail 4-2, top of the 4th inning. Thompson ready to throw. It hit him.
Now,
it hit him right in the thigh.
Oh, no, they're going to call him out, Jerry. They're going to call him out. They're going to say that he was out of the box when it hit him. I'm sure that's what they're doing.
He squared around. He couldn't have been out of the box. No way could have he been out of the box when it hit him. He had squared around. The ball come right back in on him and hit him. Danny Huffman is down there really telling the umpire about it, too. Well, Fremont TV and Electronics, West State and Alger, and FTE and Tiffin supports young athletes around the area. See them to buy or rent or to own TVs, stereos, VCRs, appliances, and furniture. He will be called out. He did not touch the ball with the bat that I could see. The ball just ducked down and hit him in the leg. It seemed to be a curveball. They are going to call him out.
I just don't know, but unless, you know, they didn't point to it or anything. The only thing I can think is they're saying he stepped on the plate, but, you know, you would think the umpire would motion or point to the plate or something.
Right, and he did not do that. He did not do that at all. That could be crucial out right there.
Yes, it could.
That could be a very crucial out. That's the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. And again, called out on an attempted bunt, they say. There's a throw to first base chasing Tim Meek back. That's the second time that's happened. Tim Meek was called out in the same way. Said he was hit by the ball after he had bunted it. There goes Meek, and a foul bunt. Tim Meek took off for second base, and
yeah, that was a bunt and run there, Jerry. He was obviously running. If the ball's missed, it's a steal situation. Then what they're trying to do with the bunt now is obviously they can't just play him to second. What they'd like to do is get a bunt down now with him running and advance him all the way to third.
You know, Coach, they evidently did not call Mike Kelbley out on that pitch because he had just went back there and put that bunt down. He's the one that fouled it off there.
Oh, this is Jeff Brady, number 14.
But that was Kelbley was just up there and bunted that, though.
Oh.
That was Kelbley. They sent him back in there. So, but I thought here's Meek going for second. He's in there on a head-first slide, and they're going to call him out. They say Meek is out at second base. A great throw by Mike Schultz, taken by the second baseman, Brad Wilburn. And Tim Meek out at second base, trying to steal.
Nice throw there, a little high, but he got the tag down good. The umpire just waited to make sure he held on to the ball and then called him out.
Well, that will be the second out of the inning. Jeff Brady at the plate. That could be a tough inning for St. Joe Central Catholic. There's a ball outside. Ball 1, strike 1. The count to Jeff Brady. We needed that runner.
Yes, we did.
We needed that runner. Nobody on now. Brady swings and misses. Jeff is struggling. There's no doubt about that at the plate. No doubt about it.
Yeah, you can just tell by his swing. He's rather tentative on it. You know, he doesn't have that feeling. You know, he's not in the groove, and it shows.
There's a swing for strike 3. Paul Thomas strikes out Jeff Brady for the third out of the inning. And in the middle of the 4th inning, our score is still 4-2. Frankfort Adena with the lead. You're listening to Class A state semifinal baseball on WFRO.
Fun to drive excitement has arrived at Spangler Motors in Oak Harbor. The 1988 Plymouth Sundance RS. The pride's inside with a long list of features, such as a 2.5-liter electronically fuel-injected engine, 5-speed manual transaxle, two-tone paint with performance bucket seats, and, of course, Chrysler Motors 770 limited warranty, excluding leases and applied restrictions. See Dick Ross or Jim Spangler at Spangler Motor Sales in nearby Oak Harbor. They don't want to be the biggest, just the best.
When you want to make a bland room bloom, you want an Armstrong designer Solarian floor from Spiel Denners in downtown Fremont. Armstrong's exclusive inlay color process gives a deep, rich color that's built right in. It's not just painted on. Color that's beautiful. Color that lasts thanks to the Solarian Mirabond XL surface that resists scuffs and scratches without waxing. Choose from dozens of exquisite patterns and colors. The original Armstrong designer Solarian floor from Spiel Denners floor covering, 401 West State, Fremont. The St. Joe Central Catholic Booster Club is 1,300 plus members volunteering their time to raise money for athletic and band programs. Booster members also volunteer their time for ticket and program sales, ushers, and parking lot attendants. Over the 42 years of service, the Boosters have provided $300,000 to support first-class high school programs. This is your personal invitation to attend Booster meetings the first and third Monday of each month in the club rooms, corner of Wood and Clover. Add your support to the young men and women of St. Joe Central Catholic.
Well, Jeff Blanton just delivers a strike call to Scott Coons, the designated hitter. 1-1 count on him. Here's the next pitch. Down low. Blocked by Grant Beckley. Nobody on here. We're just starting the bottom of the fourth inning of play. 4-2. Frankfort Adena has the lead. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first inning. St. Joe Central Catholic came back with couple of runs in the third inning of play, and that's where we stand right now. 4-2. Strike two. 2-2. The count to Scott Coons. Streaks need to get these guys out of here right now without any problems. Get back up there and get those bats going again.
Yeah, Jeff has settled down. He's only thrown 10 pitches second inning, 13 last inning, but I see Jimmy Moore is staying loose down in the left field bullpen.
Planting the right-hander ready to throw. Strike! Struck him out, hit the inside corner. The umpire with a little bit of a late call, but he said, yes, sir, got the corner. Strike three call. And Coons goes down on a strikeout. That's the first call strike here of the day.
Well, you don't like to waste time. You know, that's the number 8 batter. We've got number 9 coming up. These are the people you can't let hurt you.
And stepping in there now is Brad Wilburn, the second baseman. Brad was hit by a pitch, controversial call. First time he's up there. He takes a strike call now. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I tell you, Jerry, it looks like just relying almost exclusively on his fastball now. I don't see many curves.
1 out in the bottom of the fourth. There's a foul back up against the screen for strike 2 count. 2-2. 4-2 our score. 2 runs, 5 hits. 2 errors for St. Joe, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for Adena so far. There's a bouncer towards short. Young over to his right, picks it up, throws to first, and out at first base is Brad Wilburn. Nice play by Brad Young, having to slide to his right towards third. Picked it up and made a nice long throw to first base for the second out of the inning. That brings the top of the order back up. That is Heath Bennett. He has a single and a strikeout. A very strong wind here this morning from the left field corner to the right field corner. It is blowing hard all morning long. Pitch inside. Backing out of there is Bennett. A solid right-handed hitting team. The Frankfort Adena Ball Club. They're 15-6. Ball 2. Down low. St. Joe Central Catholic 22-2. They have the best overall record of any of the Class A teams down here. Newark Catholic 21-13. Ottawa Hills 24-9. Pitch hits way about 4 feet out in front of the plate and bounces back to the backstop. So 3-0 count now by Jeff Blanton.
He's had a nice smooth inning here until this batter. He seems to have lost his concentration a little bit.
Jeff Olmar has to run up and retrieve his hat. his hat. A lot of hats have been blown off here this morning. The winner of this ball game goes to the state championship tomorrow morning at 9:30 at Troutman Field, Ohio State University. Strike call right down the middle. Bennett thought he had a ball on that one. Obviously, he's going to try to talk his way into first base, but it's a pitch right down the middle of the plate. Blanton ready to throw. 3-1. There's a swing and a foul off the plate and back against the backstop. Papers are, the old wind's starting to do a little havoc with the papers up here in the box.
Yeah, it's coming right in at us now.
3-2 the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. There's a bouncer back to Young. A short comes in, makes the play, looks, throws, and out at first base will be Neil Bennett. 6-3. So at the end of the 4th inning of play for Frankfort Adena, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on. At the end of 4 innings of play, our score, Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. You're listening to a high school state semifinal Class A baseball on WFRO.
Krogan Colonial, the bank that belongs to Fremont, salutes the high school athletes that belong to Fremont. Time, effort, and perseverance go into the making of any great team, an athletic team or a banking team. Krogan Colonial's banking team concentrates on serving the financial needs of local people, and your money stays right here in the area, helping to build a better community. Your friends at Krogan Colonial congratulate the 1988 St. Joe Central Catholic boys baseball team.
Whitey's Automotive salutes the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. These are your glory days. Win or lose, it's the way you play the game. In the automotive business, you can count on Whitey's team effort to completely service your car, truck, or semi. They go the extra mile to service a whole fleet of transportation vehicles. They score more points with their 24-hour Turnpike authorized towing service with interstate towing authority for 5 states. Call 332-6471. Whitey's Automotive, 215 North Ohio Avenue, Fremont.
Heinz USA is proud to support high school coaches and high school athletes around the area. Their dedication and ambition to succeed can only be an asset to the community. The same type of dedication and ambition has made the Heinz Company the world's largest ketchup facility. It all started 50 years ago in 1937, and the H.J. Heinz Company has expanded and grown to become Heinz USA. In supporting the young people of today, we encourage the leaders of tomorrow. Heinz USA is proud to be a part of this community.
All right, Chris Reeve at the plate. He has a 2-ball strike count on him, and he takes strike 1 call now. Paul Thomas, the pitcher for Frankfort Adena. They lead at 4-2, top of the 5th inning. The Streaks, they need a couple of runs here to get this thing tied up. And he checks his swing, but it's going to be a strike 2 call. Mike Gobbo clapping his hands down there. Come on, Chris, come on.
He fooled him on a curveball there, Jerry. He was out in front of it, couldn't stop.
2-2 the count. Reeve, the number 9 hitter, pops 1 foul into the Dino out. Not quite in the dugout. Hit one of the support bars down there. And comes back onto the playing surface. The umpire will have to look at the ball. It's all right. Throws it back into play. Beautiful ballpark here in Columbus. Cooper Stadium. Artificial service. Seats about 20,000 people. They've talked about Major League Baseball here. They like to get a Major League team here. They say they could put 45, 50,000 people in. There's a bouncer down to second base. Wolverine comes over, picks it up, and throws Reeve out at first base. They say they could add bleachers and stuff all the way around this diamond, and they could, and beautiful park.
Yes, it is. A pretty setting with all the trees out behind and the skyline of downtown Columbus behind the left field fence.
Well, Reeve bounces out second to first. That brings up Brad Young. He has a hit. He had 2 trips today. And another hit right now at the awful ice. We need a couple of runs here at least to get this thing tied up. We're in the 5th inning. We're getting late in the ball game now. Can't afford to waste any opportunities. Brad Young, left-handed hitter, takes a strike call. Backs out there a little bit. I don't think he liked that call too well. Looked like it might have been up a little high. The catcher reached up to get it. I know that. 4-2 our score. Frankfort Adena with the lead. There's a hit down to the first base side, fielded by the first baseman. Coming over is Thomas, makes the play, and out at first base is Brad Young. So we have a 3-1 out on Brad Young for out number 2. And Jeff Overmeyer, who singled his last time up, comes to the plate. Nobody on, though. We need some base runners.
Nice play once again by the pitcher there coming off the mound, directly to the first base line and then up the line to give him, his first baseman, a chance to lead him with the throw.
Jeff Overmeyer, the right-handed hitter, 356 hitter. A little bit better than that now. He's 1 for 2 today. Struck out his first time up this morning. Takes a pitch for ball 1. Buckeye Auto Parts in Fremont and Fostoria, proud to salute your young athletes around the area. Special congratulations to Fremont St. Joe Central Catholic for their 1988 baseball season. From everyone at Buckeye Auto Parts, good luck, streaks. Paul Timos steps off that rubber a little bit. He's back in there ready to deliver to Jeff Overmeyer. Swings, drives one foul and out of play. Going to put it clear out of the park and into the parking lot to the right field side. Also like to say that Park Ohio Electric in Fremont has individually supported the young athletes in Fremont for the past 15 years, and they're proud to be part of the community effort. And they say salute to St. Joe Central Catholic's 1988 baseball team, Park Ohio Electric. Jeff Overmeyer with a 2-2 count on him, back in there, right-handed hitter. Trying to get on base here for the Streaks. They trail 4-2 inside for ball 3. 3-2 count. Thomas going to have to come with one here. Obviously, he's going to try to make it just good enough for Overmeyer to take a swing at it. There's a pitch, and it's a swing and strike 3. So Overmeyer strikes out for the second time this morning. And that's the third out of the inning. In the middle of the 5th inning, our score is still Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. We have no runs on no hits and nobody left on for St. Joe Central Catholic. You're listening to Class A State Semifinal Baseball on WFRO.
Park Ohio Electric in Fremont has manufactured electrical products since 1973 and has been actively supporting St. Joseph Central Catholic High School athletes for 15 years. Building a successful ball team requires the effort of each individual. Building a good community requires the work and cooperation of business, industry, and individuals. Park Ohio Electric is working to build a good community by supporting the students of today, our leaders of tomorrow. Park Ohio Electric, 231 North Stone Street, Fremont. The 818 Club in Fremont is pleased to support young Fremont athletes on their great spring sports season. Talk over the game the entire season and have your favorite beverage, sandwich, or a delicious meal. 818 is the gathering spot for Fremont area sports lovers. The great food and relaxing atmosphere combine to create the perfect environment for armchair coaches and umpires. Enjoy good conversation with the company of good friends along with your favorite foods from the 818 Club, Croghan Street, Fremont.
Bill Cosby for the Kodak Color Watch System.
Okay, you just got back from vacation. You know the first thing to do? You look for the Kodak Color Watch seal, and you drop off your vacation film for great developing. Have you done it? Good. Now you can unpack the Kodak Color Watch System. You're going to thank me for it.
Get off to a great start by stopping at Dumminger Photo for some Kodak Color Gold film. Then bring your film back to Dumminger Photo for quality Kodak Color Watch processing. You'll get personal attention with every order. That's Dumminger Photo, 901 East State Street. You get the picture?
All right, the bottom of the 5th inning. Frankfort Adena will send to the plate here as we start the bottom of the 5th. Chris Fouch, their first baseman. He has scored a run here today, and he had a base on balls. He was safe on a fielder's choice. He scored his first time up. He swings for strike 2, 0-2. And like Coach Rick Barber says, we need a fast inning right here, and then the Streaks have to come up and make it a long top of the 6th inning is what they need to do. They trail 4-2, and Blanton again throws one into the dirt about 4 feet out in front of Grant Beckley, the catcher, for ball 1. Coach Rick Barber is saying this is going to be a crucial inning for Jeff Blanton to see whether he tires or whether he can hang on and go the rest of the way. There's a bouncer right back to Kelbley. He stabs it to his left, throws on to first base, and out at first base is Chris Fouch. Boy, that was a hard-hit ball. One hopper to Kelbley. Reached out there to his left and fielded the ball cleanly, Coach, and fired it on to first.
Right, typical third baseman. Mike might not be the quickest kid, but at third you just got to be willing to hang in there. The ball will get there in a hurry and grab it.
particularly on this field where you're playing on the artificial surface, boy, I'll tell you, that ball takes one hop and it's to you in a hurry. Squaring around as if he's going to bunt was Paul Thomas, the pitcher. So far, he's been strong most of the morning so far. Got in trouble there in the third when St. Joe come up with a couple of runs. But since that time, he's shut them down again. Streak so far had 5 hits, only 5 hits for Adena, but they put them all together in the first inning and scored 5 runs on that. They lead it, 4 runs, and they lead it 4-2. There's another pitch down in the dirt, comes up and hits Grant Beckley, and he's hurt right now. Grabs his arm.
Yeah, obviously, Jeff, it's his curveball. It's breaking in the dirt. He just, he's not having much luck with his curveball at all. That one had to hurt. The umpire doing a nice thing, brushing the plate off to give Grant a little extra time to get ready.
He's talking with him right now, too. Grant must hit him up around the left elbow, forearm, somewhere in there. We're situated way above this stadium floor, no doubt about that. We're high up on one of the press box loges. Here comes one at us, but it's going to be too high, Coach. We're not going to be able to field that one. Goes clear out of the stadium over behind us, straight back up over the top of us. We're immediately behind home plate here.
You told me we're able to keep the balls if we catch them now. Now I'm a little more willing to go after them.
There's a pitch inside and high for ball 3 to Paul Thomas, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Frankfort Adena. Thomas so far today had a base hit and 2 trips, flying out to right field his last time up on a ball that was hit to center field when it first took off, and big old rainbow to Chris Reavy, who took 1 step towards it and then stopped, realized what was going to happen. There's a strike 3 call. He knew it. Thomas just put the ball on his side and started to the dugout. He knew he really let one get by him that time on a 3-2 count yet to boot.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he must have got fooled by it, because it just sit there 3-2 makes you wonder.
Greg Stortz, Greg Stortz, the third baseman. This guy's a stocky guy. He looks like he's about, like I said, maybe 5'10", maybe 195. He hit a double in the first inning play that unloaded the bases here for 3 runs, and then he came on to score on a wild pitch by Blanton, and that's where we stand right now. 4-2. Frankfort Adena with the lead late in the ball game. Bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch is low and outside from Jeff Blanton.
Jeff's been doing a nice job since that first inning. 29 pitches the first inning, and 15's been his highest inning since then.
1-1 the count to Greg Stortz. He hits one to the right field side, and Reevy's having to come on over towards the line. That ball's taken away from him, and he dives, cannot hang on to it. It's a fair ball. Stortz headed for second. He's going to round it there, but he's going to hold up as Young gets the ball back in from Reevy. Boy, you can't fault Chris Reevy on that. He made a heck of a try on it. He ran a long way to get that ball. The wind just kept blowing it away from him, blowing it away from him. Now the wind kind of turns around and blows right into our face. So that was really playing havoc with him out there.
Yes, it was, and you can see they've marked it as a hit on the board, which I think they had to. He had a long, long run for it.
He certainly did. Of course, playing over towards the right center field area, and the right-handed hitter just hitting that. Wasn't a high fly ball. A little bit on the line, too, but the wind got it and started right away tearing it away. And I think they're going to send Stortz back to first base because they say the ball was actually out of play. It was a dead ball, I think.
No, I think, Jerry, they're going to use a pinch runner.
That's what they're going to do. I had never seen that before because I didn't see the ball get trapped in anything down there along the fence. It can go up against the fence. It's still in playing territory. And yeah, they're going to get a runner in there for him.
I'll tell you, Jerry, he must be a runner. It's number 23, and his name in the program is Scooter Pettiford.
I would imagine he is. And he looked over to his dugout right now. They evidently introduced him, and yep, Scooter Pettiford. St. Joe Central Catholic situated down in that third base dugout. High coming to the plate right now. Stortz there with that 2-base hit to right field side, and Scooter Pettiford down there at second base for him. There's a swing and a miss by Aaron Fout. Special salute to the St. Joe Central Catholic baseball team from LP Furlong and Associates, 1204 West State Street, Fremont. They realize the importance of both boys and girls high school sports and, of course, their value to Fremont and surrounding community. Blanton out of the stretch. Delivers. There's a hit to center field. Tim Meek's going to go over towards right center field and makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs here for Frankfort Adena. The Streaks need to do some work. We had no runs on one hit and one man left on base here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Frankfort Adena. They lead it 4-2. St. Joe coming to bat, top of the 6th. You're listening to Class A High School State Semifinal Baseball on WFRO.
Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service has the qualified specialists and the facilities to serve Northwest Ohio. Call on Jim Amstutz, an account executive with 33 years experience. Jim Amstutz specializes in the forms of commercial insurance and received the CPCU designation in 1977. Call on Jim Amstutz at 332-2633. Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service will provide good, sound planning to set patterns for financial growth. Offices in Fremont and Perrysburg.
Do you know that the auto parts experts, Buckeye Auto Parts, is also the area's PPG Ditzler automotive paint suppliers? Did you know that Buckeye Auto Parts also makes custom hydraulic hoses for farm, fleet, and industrial application? See them in Fremont, Fostoria, or Tiffin for quality automotive paint and paint supplies. And remember, Buckeye Auto Parts has the experience it takes to provide fast service and quality work for custom hydraulic hoses. Buckeye Auto Parts for auto parts, auto paints, custom hydraulic hoses. They're in Fremont, Fostoria, and Tiffin.
There are many reasons that you'll love shopping Great Scott. Price is just one. Take their deli bakeries. You'll find fresh baked breads and rolls, mouth-watering cookies, tempting sweet rolls, pies, cakes, hand-packed cheese balls, and homemade subs. Some of the best cooks in town can make your life easier. So shop at Great Scott, the deli bakery, today.
Every day is a savings day. Shop the Great Scott Grandville.
Well, back here at Cooper Stadium, Scott Rady at the plate takes a ball outside for ball 1. His first pitch was a strike. He has a 1-1 count as we start the top of the 6th inning of play. St. Joe down by a couple of runs. There's a slashing foul ball down the left field side and up into the stands and out of play. Big ballpark here. When you hit one out of play here, and a lot of baseball parks, it would be completely out of play, but it's going to be at least in the park. Rady swings and misses for strike 3. Scott Rady strikes out here to lead off the 6th inning of play, and for Scott this afternoon, this morning we should say, is his first strikeout. He had singled back in the 1st inning of play. So 1 out, that brings to plate Grant Beckley.
That was the 4th strikeout for Thomas.
Thomas, a right-handed pitcher, he gets Beckley to swing and miss on 1 for 1 strike. The 818 Club, Croghan Street, Fremont invites you to rehash the game and the season with your favorite beverage, sandwich, and delicious meal. The 818 Club supports the young Fremont athletes in a great baseball season. Congratulations, guys. But right now, the 818 Club saying, let's pull this one out is what they're hoping right now. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Frankfort Adena. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for St. Joe Central Cali. Ball down low.
He's got some sort of pitcher. You know, I know inning earlier to Overmeyer when he gets that, he throws. I don't know if he's throwing some sort of knuckle curveball or something. It's a strange-looking pitch.
Takes a drop in a hurry, that's for sure. It could be a forkball. He throws it again. No need to, they asked the first base umpire on that. The catcher did, but no problem there. Beckley definitely held up. 2 balls, 1, check that, 3 balls, 1 strike to count to him. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Nobody on for St. Joe. Pitch up high to Beckley. He's down to first. Say the bank that belongs to Fremont salutes the 1988 baseball team that belongs to Fremont. Croghan Colonial Bank congratulates the Streaks baseball team and all the high school athletes, the young leaders of tomorrow. Graham Beckley at first base brings to the plate Jeff Blanton. Blanton so far today, he has struck out and bounced out to the 3rd baseman, Greg Stortz. 1 out here in the top of the 1st, and down at first base is Grant Beckley. And strike 1 to Jeff Blanton. Boy, he needs to get on track. Base hit of some kind here would really be beneficial for Jeff Blanton for confidence. There's a little toss over to first base. Beckley gets back. Paul Thomas all the way so far this morning for Frankfort Adena. Jeff Blanton has gone all the way for St. Joe Central Catholic. Both are right-handed pitchers. There's Thomas throws in. He got the corner. Blanton way back away from the plate. He questioned the call, and the umpire got angry about it, and he charges back in there and shouts at him. Blanton is way off the plate, back away from it, and the pitch is inside, and he showed the umpire where it came. And he might have a pretty good observation on that, too, Coach. There's a pitch up high and outside.
Yeah, I tell you what, too, I think he was a little upset with the first pitch. The first pitch.
Top of the seventh inning. Meek backs out of there a little bit. Down at first base is Grant Beckley. He drew a base on balls. 4-2. There's a swing and a miss by Tim Meek for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Great Scott, your hometown food store, is always supporting hometown athletes. The management and staff of both Great Scott stores in Fremont takes this radio time to congratulate all the young athletes in Fremont. Meek swings and strike 3.
3 strikeout that inning, Jared. Struck them all out.
Well, Thomas really getting the confidence now. He knows he's only 3 outs away from going to the state championship game tomorrow. No runs, no hits. 1 man left on for St. Joe Central Catholic in the top of the 6th inning of play. Our score, Frankfort Adena 4, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. You're listening to Class A State Semifinal Baseball on WFRO.
LP Furlong and Associates takes this opportunity to congratulate the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. Building a successful ball team is comparable to building a successful business. All the same qualities are needed by individuals involved, and teamwork is essential. LP Furlong and Associates, 1204 West State Street, supports high school athletics as an asset to Fremont and surrounding community. They realize the importance of both boys and girls high school athletics.
You can stay comfortable and cool this summer in both Seneca and Sandusky counties. See Fremont TV and Electronics or FTE in Tiffin for a room-size air conditioner. Beat the heat this summer in any or every room of your home or office. Choose a room-size air conditioner from 4,700 BTU to 10,500 BTU. Stay cool and comfortable. In Sandusky County, see Fremont TV and Electronics West State in Alger. In Seneca County, see FTE in Tiffin, where it's all happening.
If there's one thing you want when it comes to car service, it's dependability. And that's where Spangler Motor Sales Service Department shines. They're the service professionals, people who measure up to Chrysler Motors' high standards for technical training, facilities, and equipment. And most importantly, customer satisfaction. Spangler Motor Sales Service Professionals did all that. And that's why you can depend on them. Don't settle for less than the best. See Rick Spangler or Greg Harrison at Spangler Motors in Oak Harbor.
You're listening to WFRO and WFRO FM Fremont from Cooper Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, the professional home of the Columbus Clippers International Baseball Team. We're in Class A State Semifinal Baseball action. Bottom of the 6th inning of play, Frankfort Adena has a 4-2 lead. They come to the plate. They're just 6 outs away from going to the state championship. They like to, of course, get up, get down, and get St. Joe out. They'll head for the state championship. Doesn't look too good for St. Joe right now. They're going to have an awful big top of the 6th inning, or top of the 7th, rather.
Right, yeah, we can't afford even one more run here.
And we have at the plate right now Vic Cleary, the left fielder, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. I was on there and Pout. I forgot to put him down in there last time. Pout made the last out of the last inning. Yeah, he flied out to center field. That's exactly what I did. I forgot to enter it in my book. Cleary hits one right back to Blanton. He's hurt. And safe at first base on a base hit will be Vic Cleary. He hit a shot right back to Blanton off the leg. Second time he's had one off the leg today, but that one really doubled him over. And Mike Gobble is going to go out to talk with him briefly. And I invite you to see Dumminger Photography for all your photographic needs. They're located at 901 East 8th Fremont. Dumminger Photos salutes the young athletes, and they'll be glad to capture their memories in picture. Dumminger Photography.
Yeah, that one must have hurt Jerry, because I'll tell you, it didn't roll that far away, but Jeff just couldn't go after it. It really staggered him, put him down on one knee, and the runner was safe at first.
And it's the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th inning of play.
I think we can pretty safely say that we'll see a bunt here to get that runner down into scoring position.
I would definitely feel that's going to be the case here, Coach. That's what they do. Blanton gets it. He's going to throw right on to first, and out at first base will be Mike Schultz. He didn't waste any time. He just went right up there now, put that bunt down, and that will move Vic Cleary down to second base in scoring position. It will bring up Mike Schultz, the catcher. He had a single in the first inning of play. They fly out to right field, so he's had the bat on the ball every time here this afternoon. Or this morning, actually, we should say. And, of course, Scott Coons will be the hitter. He hits one to Rady at second base. He bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first, and out at first base. Good recovery by Jeff Rady. He went to his left to make the play, and a ball bounced off from it. Unfortunately, it stayed pretty close behind him. He turned his ankle evidently, kind of limped back into position. But he looked around, a ball right there. He picked it up and fired it to his brother at first base.
Well, that was a low-line shot. It kind of handcuffed him. He almost had it in the air. Fortunately, the runner could only advance to third, but from third he could score on a wild pitch or a pass ball, so we have to be careful there.
Well, that moves down to third base. Vic Cleary, 2 outs now. It brings Brad Wilburn, the second baseman and the number 9 hitter, to the batter's box.
I know this is an area that always scares you, Jerry, down in that order. These are the guys that can't hurt you, but this young man could get a real key hit for him here.
Jeff Brady trying to walk off that slight turn of the ankle evidently out there when he went to his left to field that ball, and it didn't come up to him on that one. That one kind of skipped on him and stayed down a little bit. Fortunately, he was able to get a glove on it, knocked it down. Plant delivers up high for ball one. They remember Daniel James Insurance and Financial Services when you need a qualified insurance specialist or professional financial planning service. Daniel James Insurance and Financial Services salutes the high school athletes around the area. There's a base hit to left field, and that will score another run. Vic Cleary coming on from third base with the 5th run of the ball game for Frankfort Adena. They're now on top 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and well, right there, Coach, is the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Singles.
You're right there. That hurts a lot. I can't tell you that run. It puts a damper on things. We're in a little bit of trouble now.
5-2. There's a base hit to center field. Keith Bennett, the number 1 hitter in the lineup, steps in there and gets his second hit of the morning. He singled back in the first inning. He's down at first base, and we're going to have a new pitcher for St. Joe Central Catholic, and that's going to be Jimmy Moore. He'll be coming in there as Jeff Blanton was punched up for 2 hits here in the bottom of the 6th inning of play. After the first inning of play, Blanton settled down, did all right till this inning. Well, they got a hit off on him there last inning a little bit, but this inning, 2 hits after 2 outs, and Jimmy Moore on to throw.
Yeah, I think it's a case of, too many pitches. That first inning did him in. 29 pitches that inning. He's been around 15 every other inning. I think he just ran out of gas here finally.
Well, Jimmy Moore, obviously, he comes on. Jim about 5'11", 6 feet tall, goes about 200 pounds, and he's a change-up pitcher. He'll throw that curveball. He has a good flat curve. He'll throw the overhand curve, kind of like the slider, the drop curve at times. Then he'll sneak that old fastball in there. He's not extremely fast, but he'll sneak it in on you.
Right, his curveball makes his fastball look that much faster. And plus, he's a nice change-up pitcher from Jeff Blanton. This is the combination that's worked for Mike all tournament long. Start with the fireball, or if he gets in trouble, change to the curveball pitcher.
Well, the St. Joe Central County Boosters Club and its 1,300-plus members support all boys and girls athletics. Over the 42 years of service, the Boosters, they have provided $300,000 to keep the high school athletics and band program first class. Also, a quick reminder that Springer Motor Sales in Oak Harbor, they salute the young athletes of the area. Dick Ross or Jim Spangler in sales, sending a flag Frankfort Adena has a 5-2 lead. And they have 2 men on, 2 men out in the bottom of the 6th. Jimmy Moore, right-handed pitcher, out of the stretch, throws, and there's a drive to center field, high fly ball. Tim Meek camps under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So Chris Faust fires out to center field for out number 3. No runs on 2 hits and 2 men left on. Frankfort Adena 5, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. As we move into the top of the 7th inning, you're listening to Class A State Semifinal Baseball on WFRO.
When you want to make a bland room bloom, you want an Armstrong designer Solarian floor from Spieldeners in downtown Fremont. Armstrong's exclusive inlay color process gives a deep, rich color that's built right in. It's not just painted on. Color that's beautiful. Color that lasts thanks to the Solarian Mirabond XL surface that resists scuffs and scratches without waxing. Choose from dozens of exquisite patterns and colors. The original Armstrong designer Solarian floor from Spieldeners Floor Covering, 401 West State, Fremont. The St. Joe Central Catholic Booster Club is 1,300 plus members volunteering their time to raise money for athletic and band programs. Booster members also volunteer their time for ticket and program sales, ushers, and parking lot attendants. Over the 42 years of service, the Boosters have provided $300,000 to support first-class high school programs. This is your personal invitation to attend Booster meetings the first and third Monday of each month in the club rooms, corner of Wood and Clover. Add your support to the young men and women of St. Joe Central Catholic.
Heinz USA is proud to support high school coaches and high school athletes around the area. Their dedication and ambition to succeed can only be an asset to the community. The same type of dedication and ambition has made the Heinz Company the world's largest catch-up facility. It all started 50 years ago in 1937, and the H.J. Heinz Company has expanded and grown to become Heinz USA. In supporting the young people of today, we encourage the leaders of tomorrow. Heinz USA is proud to be a part of this community.
All right, Jim Moore at the plate to start the top of the 7th inning. St. Joe Central Catholic has to come up with 3 runs here or it's all over for him. And Jim Moore takes a swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, we should say the count to left-handed batting Jim Moore. The pitcher on in relief in this last inning. He swings at a low pitch for strike 2.
I'll tell you, Thomas is throwing with a lot of confidence right now, Jerry. Mowed him down the last inning, struck out at 3 while walking 1, and, he's just running back and throwing strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Moore. He bounces one towards short, bent it up, takes a high hop, looks, throws, and out at first base. Head first dive by Jimmy Moore. He is out at first. And that will bring to the plate now Jeff Rady. Tell you what, Bennett did not get Jimmy Moore by much down there, and he's not the quickest at foot, and he just shot him.
Right, I think you know what it was. He waited and waited, and I think what he forgot that even though he might not be fast, he is a left-handed batter, and you've got a couple steps coming out of that left-handed batter's box. We're going to have a pinch hitter here, Jerry.
All right, Rady will not be batting. Jeff Rady will not. In the game of automotive services, Whitey's Automotive Service is your best defense. Call 332-6471 for 24-hour Sunlight authorized towing service. Whitey's congratulates the high school athletes in Fremont, both boys and girls. Also, Heinz USA supports the young Fremont athletes, and they send congratulations on a great 1988 baseball season. Heinz USA salutes the leaders of tomorrow. High fly ball to second base. It's going to be caught by the second baseman.
That was Greg Vassar that pinch hit for Jeff Rady there.
Vassar flies out to the second baseman for out number 2. So Frankfort Adena just 1 out away from eliminating a top Class A team possibly down here with a 22-2 record. 21 straight victories by St. Joe, but right now it doesn't look good. Chris Reedy, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. He bounces right back to Thomas, and he feels it, throws it on. That's it. It's all over. Frankfort Adena has pulled off the upset here this morning by a final score of 5-2. St. Joe Central Catholic goes down to defeat. They finish with a record of 22 wins and 3 losses. Frankfort Adena plays for the state championship tomorrow morning with a record now of 16-6. The final score, Frankfort Adena 5, St. Joe Central Catholic 2. We'll be back and wrap it up in just a moment.
Whitey's Automotive salutes the St. Joe Central Catholic 1988 boys baseball team. These are your glory days. Win or lose, it's the way you play the game. In the automotive business, you can count on Whitey's team effort to completely service your car, truck, or semi. They go the extra mile to service a whole fleet of transportation vehicles. They score more points with their 24-hour Turnpike authorized towing service with interstate towing authority for 5 states. Call 332-6471. Whitey's Automotive, 215 North Ohio Avenue, Fremont.
Krogan Colonial, the bank that belongs to Fremont, salutes the high school athletes that belong to Fremont. Time, effort, and perseverance go into the making of any great team, an athletic team or a banking team. Krogan Colonial's banking team concentrates on serving the financial needs of local people, and your money stays right here in the area, helping to build a better community. Your friends at Krogan Colonial congratulate the 1988 St. Joe Central Catholic boys baseball team. The 818 Club in Fremont is pleased to support young Fremont athletes on their great spring sports season. Talk over the game the entire season and have your favorite beverage, sandwich, or a delicious meal. 818 is the gathering spot for Fremont area sports lovers. The great food and relaxing atmosphere combine to create a perfect environment for armchair coaches and umpires. Enjoy good conversation with the company of good friends along with your favorite foods from the 818 Club, Krogan Street, Fremont.
Well, back here at Cooper Stadium, where Frankfort Adena has just upset St. Joe Central Catholic by a score of 5-2 to advance to the Class A state championship tomorrow morning at Troutman Stadium on the Ohio State University campus. And they'll be playing at 9:30. They'll play the winner of our next game here today, and that will be either Ottawa Hills or Newark Catholic. But today, the game was won in the first inning of play. Frankfort Adena came up with 4 runs in that inning, and that's all they needed. St. Joe Central Catholic in the first inning of play, they came up and they had 1 hit in the first inning. They left 1 runner in the first. Scott Rady singled to right field. However, the Streaks did not really get to Paul Thomas until the third inning of play. The Streaks were able to come up with 2 runs in the third inning on 2 hits. Those 2 hits were by Brad Young and Jeff Obermeyer. Leading off that inning was Chris Reevy. He was safe on a second baseman's error. Then, as I mentioned, Young singled, followed by Jeff Obermeyer. And then we had Grant Beckley also singling in that inning. So they had 3 singles, 2 runs. They left 2 men on in the third inning. And that's the only time they really got to Paul Thomas in the ball game. In the third inning of play, Thomas put them down 1, 2, 3. In the fifth inning of play, they went down 1, 2, 3. And I thought the key inning, obviously, was the 6th inning when pretty much the meat of the St. Joe order came up there with Scott Rady, Grant Beckley, and also Jeff Blanton. The only guy that was able to do anything in the 6th inning was Grant Beckley. He walked, but the 3 outs in the 6th inning were all strikeouts by Paul Thomas. And they left a runner, in fact, Beckley was thrown out at the second base in that inning also. And then in the final inning of play here, St. Joe went up 1, 2, 3, and that was it. The Frankfort Adena Warriors came up with 4 runs in the first inning, as I mentioned, on 5 hits. They stranded 1. Heath Bennett led off with a single, followed by Chris Fouts, base on balls. Paul Thomas, the pitcher, batting in the number 3 spot. He singled. And he moved Bennett around to third. Fout went down to second. Thomas was safe at first on the single. With a good throw from Jeff Obermeyer holding Bennett at third. Then Greg Storch, the number 4 hitter and the cleanup hitter in the lineup, he stepped in and he delivered a double into the left field alley. It was just about 15, 20 feet to the right side of the 385 mark. And it got into the alley, went between Obermeyer and Meek, who ran it down, but it unloaded the bases. Storch was in at second with a double. He moved on to third base on then an infield out, and then a wild pitch by Jeff Blanton scored Storch from third base, and it was 4-0 at the end of the first inning of play. In the second inning, they did not score, had no hits in the second inning. They left 1 man on. Third inning of play was about the only inning. In fact, the third, fourth, and fifth inning Blanton pretty much put them up and down 1, 2, 3, except for the fifth when, again, a two-base hit by Stewart. So he had 2 doubles this afternoon, but no damage done there. But then the damage finally happened here in the 6th inning of play when, again, Frankfort Adena scored another run. They had the leadoff hitter, Vic Cleary, single, and he eventually scored after Brad Wilburn singled, and then Heath Bennett also singled to score Vic Cleary with the 5th run, and it just seemed like it took a little bit right out of St. Joe Central Catholic right there, Coach, and I think that based on, well, maybe that might be the
run. It was a little hard to talk now, Jerry, a little down in the dumps here, but I think in the 5th inning there, when they got a couple on and couldn't do anything, Thomas was pretty much in control after that. He really retired 12 out of the last 13 batters he faced. He had a walk to Beckley sandwiched in there. And other than that, he was pretty much in control. Once again, it's just a game of little things. That first inning, 4 runs, and really after that, St. Joe's, I guess you could say, outplayed them. But start to finish, you have to outplay them, and they were the much better team the first inning.
Oh, no doubt about that. And of course, I'd like to get more comments from Coach Rick Barber, and obviously you can expect someone like he to be very, very emotionally involved in the ball game because he's been an assistant coach and a head baseball coach at St. Joe Central Catholic for a number of years. Now pretty much working from the sidelines, but still very much involved with coaching due to the fact that he does a lot of scouting for this ball club, and he's been gracious enough here during the tournament and our broadcast coverages to work here in the broadcast booth with us. But it's been a tough one for him, and we do thank him, and I'm not going to get him to have to come in here and comment any more on it because I know how it's going down. It's a tough loss.
Well, and it's just, it's a sad ending for all these kids. We're going to miss a lot of these kids. They were good athletes, excellent students, and we're going to miss them, but the sun will come up for them tomorrow. There'll be another day. If this is the worst thing that ever happens to them, I think that'd be great.
6 seniors on that starting lineup, obviously, that will not be playing baseball anymore for St. Joe Central Catholic. One of those young men is probably going to be playing for some college around the country before his career is over, and I would imagine he's going to be playing for, don't be surprised if he's playing for a major college. Brad Young is a fine talent, and don't be surprised if that young man someday might be playing some professional baseball, depending upon whether there's any injuries and things like that to Brad. We certainly hope not. But they're all a bunch of class young men, and yes, it is a tough loss for St. Joe Central Catholic. But like we said, they finished their season with 22 wins and only 3 losses. But the team that beat them here today now moves to 16-6, and they play for the state championship. It's the first time ever that St. Joe Central Catholic has had a team in baseball that advanced this far in baseball. But it won't be the last time. You can bet that they're going to be back and do it again sometime in the very, very near future. The final line score here today, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for Frankfort Adena. St. Joe Central Catholic, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. For Paul Thomas, he struck out 7 St. Joe Central Catholic streaks this morning, and he struck out 3 of those in the 6th inning of play, and that was tough. For, meanwhile, Jeff Blanton and Jimmy Moore. Blanton struck out 3. Jimmy Moore pitched the 6th inning, did not have a strikeout. And again, the final score, Frankfort Adena 5 and St. Joe Central Catholic 2. We'll be back and have a final wrap-up in just a moment.
Bill Cosby for the Kodak Color Watch System.
Okay, you just got back from vacation. You know the first thing to do? You look for the Kodak Color Watch seal, and you drop off your vacation film for great developing. Have you done it? Good. Now you can unpack the Kodak Color Watch System. You're going to thank me for it.
Get off to a great start by stopping at Dumminger Photo for some Kodak Color Gold film. Then bring your film back to Dumminger Photo for quality Kodak Color Watch processing. You'll get personal attention with every order. That's Dumminger Photo, 901 East State Street. You get the picture?
Park Ohio Electric in Fremont has manufactured electrical products since 1973 and has been actively supporting St. Joseph Central Catholic High School athletes for 15 years. Building a successful ball team requires the effort of each individual. Building a good community requires the work and cooperation of business, industry, and individuals. Park Ohio Electric is working to build a good community by supporting the students of today, our leaders of tomorrow. Park Ohio Electric, 231 North Stone Street, Fremont.
Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service has the qualified specialists and the facilities to serve Northwest Ohio. Check with Daniel James' Vice President, Mr. Ron Blackburn, a certified insurance counselor with 30 years' experience. Ron Blackburn specializes in commercial, property, and casualty coverage. Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service provides good, sound planning to set patterns for financial growth. Call on Ron Blackburn at 332-2633. Daniel James Insurance and Financial Service in Fremont and Perrysburg.
Well, once again here at Cooper Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, where St. Joe Central Catholic has just lost in their bid to move on to the state baseball championships in Class A baseball for the 1988 season. They lose to Frankfort Adena by a score of 5-2. We want to thank Rick Barber for being part of our broadcast throughout our tournament coverage this year. And Rick, we hope that it might just be the start of something a lot bigger in the years to come. And John Cohen had an opportunity to work with us last Saturday also, and we hope that he can continue to be involved over the years also. But we've enjoyed it following the St. Joe Central Catholic Crimson Streaks, and of course Fremont Ross as they went to the regional also this year. But we do thank you for your input, and thanks to all the fine folks at St. Joe Central Catholic, the ball players, the coaching staff, the parents, student body, and the entire school.
Well, thank you. You know, it's been my pleasure. I've enjoyed working with you, and you know, it'd be great if we could make this a yearly happening.
It sure would. But losing pitcher today, Jeff Blanton, he finished the season with 7 wins and 2 losses. And the winning pitcher today, and of course his career is not over, at least not as a player, but whether he pitches again tomorrow, I don't know. It's happened in the past where players come back with back-to-back performances, but for Paul Thomas, he is now 9 wins and 1 loss on the season. Frankfort Adena, 16-6. They play for the championship tomorrow morning at 9:30, either Ottawa A's or Newark Catholic. And for St. Joe Central Catholic, 6 starting seniors will not be playing anymore, and obviously a few other seniors on that ball club. But they'll be getting ready for football next. Some of those, not the seniors obviously, but some of those other young men. And like Rich said, it's not going to be the last time that these young people from St. Joe Central Catholic will be participating someplace like this. Unfortunately, had to end here today. They were hoping to make it to the state championship tomorrow, but that's not it. Again, the final score here today, and the final line score was 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Frankfort Adena, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for St. Joe Central Catholic. For Rick Barber, our engineer, Sophie Ratliff, and also Steve Serbaum in there briefly, Jerry Riedling saying so long from Cooper Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Good morning, everyone. And, of course, a great big special thank you for all these fine people that brought you the ball game throughout the tournament and here today. Buck Auto Parts, Great Scott Food Stores, LP Furlong and Associates, Fremont TV and Electronics, Sanger Motor Sales, Steel Enter Floor Coverage, St. Joe Boosters, Heinz USA, Whitey's Automotive, Cozen Colonial Bank, 818 Club, Coming Your Photography, Park Ohio Electric, and Daniel James Insurance. Once again, from Cooper Stadium, so long.